Well, hello there, my friends. So today, what I'm going to be showing you is how to replace old school upholstery. How to replace this bottom seat cover. I was just going to originally replace a couple seat panels on here, but he's an older guy, and I thought, well, what the heck? I'm just going to go ahead and make him a whole new, brand new bottom seat cover here. You can also see you need some repair or some replacements done here on the backrest. I'm going to go ahead and do that for him too. I'm just going to be replacing the bad seat panels for the backrest. But what we're going to focus on today is this bottom seat cover. So that way, if you're curious on how it's done, I'm going to show you. So here we go. Every car seat is different depending on the year, make, model. The way they come apart though is fairly similar to each other. You're always going to have some kind of a clip like that holding on plastic, or like this one right here, like that one right there. So you're always going to have some kind of a clip. Sometimes on the side here you have some kind of screws behind even a hidden panel or behind a switch, and really what you do is you just kind of pull on it a little bit and find out where you get the most resistance, and chances are there's going to be a screw or a clip there. So we'll just start the disassembly first. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go ahead and start taking stuff apart. Sometimes, as the case just like this one where you got plastic, sometimes your plastic is going to be broken and brittle, and you can see that's what's happened here. Even one of the mounts right here is broken off. So if it's not broken on the one that you're working on, got to be very careful because the plastic's always brittle. It's really common for a lot of seats to have what's called seat hook. This is for the beginners out there, I guess. Advanced class, they already know this stuff. But if you've never seen that before, it's called seat hook. You see how it's kind of has a hook shape in it, and it hooks to the edge of the metal right here. Right there. So there's going to be several places where there's seat hook located. And what you do is you just kind of, what I use is I use a hook tool like this. It's easy to hook it, kind of like that, and pull on it. That way you can move it around. Coming apart slowly. That. Being that I'm really just going to be working on the bottom cushion for now in this video, I'm going to go ahead and put this out of the way. Put it out of the way. This thing weighs a ton. You know, without the clothes, these late model seats like this, like Cadillac, they're like little robots when you take all the clothes off. And they're really heavy. Ready? Set, hi. Okay, here comes Miss Nibbles. So I'm going to start off by doing what I always do, is technique number 47. It's always been 47, just in case if you didn't know. Is marking all the intersections first before I take the patterns apart. So that way I know exactly how it goes back together again. So when you got a long area like this, I usually just put one like in the middle someplace. Doesn't really matter where. Okay, so now I got everything marked. I can go ahead and just start disassembling it for patterns. So I grabbed Lucille, which is my box cutter that I use a grinder on, so that way I can pop threads easily. So if you choose to use a razor blade like this, I don't know, how do you do that? Focus. Razor blade, you're always taking the chance. Okay, I guess you could if you really wanted to, right? You can separate those threads. But the razor blade, as you know, is very sharp. And you can accidentally, say you're trying to cut and then, oops, look what happened. You cut right into the leather. Oops. Cut right into the leather. Darn it. So anyway, that's why sometimes there's a place and time for everything. Sometimes there's a place where you can use a razor blade, and sometimes you'll want to use something that's not as sharp as a razor blade. If you're a beginner, I don't suggest using a Sharpie because you can't take it off. If you screw it up, if you draw a line across your material, it won't come off. Permanent ink. But if you're a little bit more advanced, maybe you feel comfortable using a Sharpie, So anywhere I put a mark like that, is I'll make sure that I put the same mark on my new pattern right there. Then you can go back and clean up the lines if you want to. So just reconnect those lines like that, and you're good to go. Because these patterns get foam, what I'm going to do is I don't cut each one out individually. So that's technique number 235, is you cut it all out as one piece. Something like that. A lot of the times on late model cars, they'll use a thinner foam like this 1/4 inch right here. But I want to give this one some extra comfort. So I'm going to go ahead and go with this higher density 1/2 inch foam. And that'll give it a more plush look, and it'll be more comfortable for him to sit on. I'm going to share with you technique number 84. So you're getting some low number techniques here because these are so important. So what we're using here is a perforated vinyl. There's little holes in it. You could probably see some kind of daylight through there. So what that means that when we go to spray our glue, there is a technique to doing that. So what it is you don't want to spray down directly onto, let's see if I can demonstrate that. If I spray directly down onto that material, this works the same for headliner materials, is that the glue will actually seep through the holes. You don't want that. So what we do is we actually take the spray and we spray at a long angle, not directly down onto the material. And you can see I'm shooting it from like 2 feet away, 2 or 3 feet, and just letting the glue drop. Let the glue drop. Then I do the same on the foam side. Now when it comes to foam, what you do is you don't wait for 5 minutes or whatever for contact adhesive. When it comes to foam and materials, you lay it down right away. Do you remember how I said to leave the pieces connected? How not to totally disassemble them? So anyway, now I'm going to show you that this is the payoff. So there's no guessing, right? And they're all still connected. We got our patterns. And then now you know how they're going to go back together. So all you have to do is say, well, looks to me like that one goes there. That means that this one goes there. This one goes there. That one goes there. This one goes where? Oh, right there. This one goes there. There. And there. 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 Voila! In Spanish, that means ta-da! Now for the reassembly, what I usually do is I start from the center. So I literally start from the center right here. I put these two pieces together. Then it looks like these two pieces here go together. And then I will sew this to this piece. And then same thing on that other side. And once that's done, it looks to me like this one gets sewn onto here. And that one there gets sewn onto here. And it looks like the center section here gets sewn on last. So here we go. Out of bobbin. So I'm over here sewing this thing, and I don't even know I'm out of the bobbin. So let's change the bobbin. Try it again. That's the payoff. That's the payoff right there. So I always wait till last to put the seat hook on because there is a direction. So what I do is I call it back to back. So when you go to sew it back on, you sew it back to back like this. That way the seat hook is facing this direction This is actually a double one. They cheated, but you almost never see it that way. So you take this seat panel, you know where that one belongs because you made the pattern for it earlier. It goes right there. So I just take the seal, break away that thread right there. This is what I mean by back to back. So you took it off right there. From there, you move it to here. If you do it that way, you'll get it right 100% of the time. Go just like that. So you just do that all the way around. So really, the last thing to do is to sew this listing Velcro back on. So I leave that on also, so that way I know where the location is for that. So this is what it looks like on this particular seat. They use a Velcro right here that has to be sewn back on. Older cars don't use this. Older cars, they use wire listing. And then that's when you use the hog rings to hog ring them down like that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take these off, sew them where they belong. That is finished. So I got all the Velcro back on, got the seat hook back on, got the carpet back on, and now I get to put a seat cover back on. That is next. Oh, there's Miss Nibbles. Miss me Nibbles. Miss Nibbles the Wonder Dog. Yay! Did you go pee pee? Did you go pee pee? Yay! Okay, so let's go ahead and put the cover back on. So this one here is fairly easy because it has the Velcro. So we'll just go ahead and line it up where it's supposed to belong. Press down the Velcro. It's that easy. Look at that. Can't get any easier than that. It's a lot faster than hog rings. That'll take about 30 seconds. Not too bad. Now, just got to put this assembly back on the bottom of the seat, and then that's pretty much done. Okay, so all this is now is just a matter of laying this back on the springs and putting our seat hook back. Got one side. Get the other side. Okay, I guess I got it. Okay. Now the last thing to do is to take your trusty heat gun. We're going to heat up the vinyl, smooth out some of these wrinkles. Now that's what we're talking about. Another job done. Another happy customer. Well, there we have it. We got the bottom seat done, bottom cushion. So I still have to do the backrest, but I'm not going to bore you guys with all that. The process is basically the same. So until next time, we'll see ya.